This is the United Voice News. In tonight's headlines, Donna Brazile visits Trinidad and Tobago. MP Jack Warner, time to embrace change. And now the news in details. Chaguanas West MP Jack Warner has appealed to supporters of the Platform for Change to work towards spreading the message of hope, love and unity. Warner was at the time delivering another inspiring address, this time at a mammoth crowd at one of the many meetings. Mr. Warner went on to say, "We are not concerned about the lack of internal elections within the PNM, if that ever does exist at all. Our concern is about the lack of internal elections in the UNC and the ineffectiveness of the party's institutions." Warner said that the assembly at the meeting was not based on chance, but design, and he had recognized the need for a platform of change that was unified and echoed the sentiments of all people. The astute politician said that the PNM had ignored our cries for safety and security within our homes and communities, and that the need for homes and more sustainable jobs were not a matter of top priority for the PNM government. He spoke of the inequitable distribution of all the nation's wealth and the imprudent use of state resources, which had left the people in dire need and want. When the cries of the people, your cries, are no longer heard, when the voices of the people are met with the silence of indifference, and when those who hold the reins of power govern its people oblivious to their hurt and their pain, then the time for change of government has come. And to have a change of government, we must first have a change within. This was the message by Mr. Jack Austin Warner, MP for Chaguanas West, at one of his latest meetings. On the heels of this, Mr. Warner put his money where his mouth is, and he brought into Trinidad and Tobago one of the 100 most powerful women in the world, Donna Brazile. Mrs. Brazile is a top Democrat and aide to US President Barack Obama. She was here on Sunday, 3rd of May, and she did something many were not able to do. At the conference called The Colors of Change, she was able to draw a crowd of over 1,000 young people and many more adults. All this despite heavy rains and floods that threatened to wash the event out. Mrs. Brazile was one of many speakers on that day, and when she was finished, the floor rose to their feet, many with tears in their eyes, for what a moving rendition of change she gave to us. The story of her beginning as a young person, 9 years old, fighting for a playground, and her fight to become one of the world's most influential women was part of her message. Mrs. Brazile also promised to bring President Barack Obama back to Trinidad to meet with the people. This thanks to Austin Jack Warner. On that day, we saw many Caribbean countries represented by their young people at the Summit of the Youth. It was well attended, and all we could ask for. Mrs. Brazile spent 2 days in Trinidad, visiting the Breakfast Shed, Curep, and many other places while here. And what she did have to say was that Trinidad was a lovely place, and she loved the host of the evening, Jason Williams, whom she wanted to take back in her suitcase. That was only jokingly, of course. Jason is still here with us. And we say to Mrs. Donna Brazile and to Mr. Jack Warner, thank you very much, for you do not know what you have done. After speaking to many, I understand that the movement for change has not only gotten off the ground, but the young people are inspired, and they have started to take the change to their schools and to their parents, and the movement is starting amongst the young people. We wish to thank all of you for your views and comments, and we ask you to continue sending your comments and views to our email address, theunitedvoicenews@gmail.com. Thank you very much, and from all of us at the United Voice News, we wish you God's blessings.